Kim here, welcome back. I was tagged by JD Estrada to do the Netflix book tag. That's awesome. We know how to binge stuff, books, shows, the like. You know what I'm talking about. I do not know who the original creator of this tag was. If I can find the original creator, I will link it down there. The link for JD's video will be down there. He's like so chill and casual and real in his videos. Like, they're just a delight. He's just a delight. So do check him out. On to the questions. Question 1. Recently watched. The last book you finished reading. I am currently, in true Netflix fashion, binge reading all of the Spiderwick Chronicles. I just finished book 3, and I gotta say, I think this is not only the best book in the series so far, but the best book I've read this year so far. This book has got the highest rating on my rating scale. It just ticked every box for me in terms of fantasy and fairies and middle grade books. Oh, guys. Blah. Anyway, the last book I finished reading was the Spiderwick Chronicles Lucinda's Secret by Tony Dieter and Holly Black. Number 2, top picks. A book or books that have been recommended to you based on what you've previously read. That would be Magnus Chase series by Rick Riordan. I have not read any of these yet, but I've really been wanting to. Life, guys. I have heard amazing things about this series from some very reputable people. So I'm actually really dying to check this out. Number 3, recently added. The last book you bought. This just arrived in the mail a few days ago, and I'm so excited to tackle it because I've heard amazing things about it. Liesl & Poe by Lauren Oliver. I have been eyeballing this bad boy for months now, and now it's mine, and I'm very excited for it. Number 4, popular on Netflix. Books that everyone knows about. 2 of which I've read, and 2 of which I have not read or have no interest in reading. The 2 that I've read that everyone has heard about: Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo and Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. These were both pretty fantastic, I'm not gonna lie to ya. Everyone knows about these books, and they do get a lot of hype. There you have it. 2 books that everyone's heard about. The 2 books I have no interest in reading would be 50 Shades of Grey. I have no interest in it whatsoever. No. And anything by Sarah J. Maas. Like, I don't even have a reason. Like, sorry, maybe because it's just so hyped YA that I'm just like so turned off to it. Number 5, Comedies. A funny book. This may surprise some people, but I chose a solid classic. The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. This is one of the this is the funniest classic I've ever read. His writing style is just so amusing and just so charming and just so fun and just adventurous and like noble characters, but like goofy just everything. It's dense, it's big, it's still a classic, so it's, not the easiest read, but it was funny and so entertaining, and I cannot recommend this classic enough to people. Number 6, dramas. Talking about drama. A character who is a drama king or drama queen. Anne Shirley from Anne of Green Gables. I wanted to go with somebody that was lovable, but also dramatic. And if that is not Anne Shirley, she's just the greatest. But yeah, she is so imaginative that her life is very dramatic. Everything is the end of the world. Everything is the just beginning of everything. Everything, is so just skewed completely one way or the other because of her just vivid and wild imagination. And I love that about her because that is so incredibly relatable to me. Because as a kid, and even now, honestly, I was like that, still am like that. Like, I just, my brain just because my imagination just has, I have no control over my imagination at all. And neither does Anne, and I love that about her. But because of that, everything is so dramatic, but that's what makes it wonderful. And I love her so much, just so much. Number 7, animated! A book with cartoons on the cover. I went with The Phantom Tollbooth by Norton Juster. That's a cartoon, right? That is. I totally think it counts, and I'm gonna use it. The illustrations, I feel like, added a lot to this, and a lot of times with middle grade books, if they have illustrations just thrown in, it kind of chops it up for me, and sometimes it wrecks with my pacing. But this one it didn't, and so it was great, and it's just an awesome book. It's so good, you guys. Number 8, watch it again. A book or series you want to reread. I just did an entire video on this very recently. I was thinking about this series the other day and how I wanted to finish the series, and then I thought, oh, I really should reread those books before I try to finish the series because it has been a while, but I really like it. Anyway, the His Dark Materials series by Philip Pullman. Ooh, that's glary. There we go. This is fantastic, you guys. This series, I love this dark kids book kind of thing. This is the only one I own, the second one. I don't know. I borrowed the first one years ago, and I read this one a few years ago, and anyway, I need to buy a set. But yeah, His Dark Materials, Philip Pullman. Number 9 is Documentaries, a nonfiction book you'd recommend to everyone. This is not an entire book, but every American should read it, and anybody interested in what is going on in America should read it, just to give you a starting point on the problems. The Constitution of the United States of America. I don't think you could classify this as fiction, though I know some people might want to. It's actually very enlightening. It's also very thought-provoking when you read it from a standpoint of, you know, liberty and slavery and monarchy and what was important and federalism and things like that, and it's just enlightening. Number 10, Action and Adventure, an action-packed book. Artemis Fowl by Ian Colfer. Please excuse Mrs. Noble's mark on here. It's underneath a protective cover that she put on it and doesn't come off. This book was so much fun! The thing with the flatulence being a bomb and whatever, oh man, guys, it killed me. You can only get away with that in middle grade books, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And it was just full of action. It was moving, part, this. I loved it. I loved it. Number 11 is new releases. A book that just came out or will be coming out soon that you cannot wait to read. The King of Average by Gary Schwartz. This book came out last summer, I believe, in doing my little bit of research on it, but I was sent a review copy and I'm so excited to get to it. It is a middle grade novel about a kid who's average. It's about a kid that basically is so average he decides to become the most average. It hasn't been out that long. I'm really excited to get to it and review it. It sounds really interesting and fun, and I'm very excited to be reviewing it, and it just sounds really cool. I'm really excited, and it hasn't been out that long, so it totally counts, and I'm very excited to read it. Number 12 is to tag some people. Remember that one time I was really efficient and professional and had people planned that I was gonna tag before I did the video, and so I didn't have to sit here and go, I don't know who I'm gonna tag. That was much better than this. Oh, I want to tag Remembered Reads. If you've done this, I'm really sorry. Oh, you guys, I'm just gonna tag one person. It's gonna be Remembered Reads because I'm pretty sure she hasn't done it. If you've done it, I'm so sorry. If you want to do this tag and haven't, please do it because I know it's been out and I know I've seen it from a lot of people. So that's gonna do it for me. Thank you, JD, for tagging me. You're the greatest. You make me feel so loved and wonderful. Insert Kim's obligatory begging of you to check out her new travel channel. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more, please, and thank you. And I love you all. A book, regardless, booktube will go on.